Hello everyone, welcome to the Redmen TV Daily News, live and in your face. We've got some interesting stuff to get through, some stuff that's happened. There's two players that were released by Liverpool Football Club, just to clarify that, didn't sign for other clubs while they were here. Liverpool released them, and now they've found by the looks at other football teams. And we start with John Flanagan. We got this on the Liverpool Echo website, which is from the Rangers FC Twitter account, of course. Good to see Flano smile, and we know he's had his troubles, and I've been vocal about how Liverpool should have handled them at the time, but ultimately, really nice fella, really nice lad. He's had some troubles. Hopefully, he can put those troubles behind him and get back to playing his footy. I hope he's good. I think Scottish football, I'm not going to sit here and dig out Scottish football on a Redmen Liverpool transfer news show. You don't need me to do that. I really hope he's good, and I really hope he is a success under Steven Gerrard, because, like I say, without judging him on, outside of football stuff, meeting him as a person and doing some football-ish related stuff with him, I always thought he was quite sound, and I will always remember the 13-14 season when he played left-back and was absolutely outstanding that year, and he got a lob on when he scored, which was great. As you can see there, just to follow up on a little bit more about it, it says, he'll complete his move. 25-year-old defender. Wow, when did that happen? Released by Liverpool, underwent a medical on Wednesday ahead of being reunited with Steven Gerrard. He'll pen a 2-year contract with an option of a further 12 months and will start pre-season with Rangers at their training camp in Spain. Another player then that Liverpool released who looks set to join another club at a slightly higher standard this time, Emre Can, finally set to sign for Juventus. I believe he's now completed his medical as well. Look at him, looking dead sexy. Whatever, Emre, we'll let you get on with your life. Moving on from that, The Guardian have got this. Now, obviously, they've got a bit of a picture there of Jamal Lascelles, but it was linked through via Harry Maguire. I think he's in the thumbnail. He's probably in the title. This is the limit of this, by the way. And obviously they've written this, they write this in a sort of relaxed, funny tone or whatever. It says, you want names? How does Jamal Lascelles grab you? What's that, Newcastle fans? You prefer Liverpool looked at someone else? Well, they're all saying James Tarkowski, apparently. What's that, Burnley fans? You prefer they looked at someone else? Well, they're also monitoring Harry Maguire. But Man City also fancy the Leicester Colossus, so unless Maguire thinks like Virgil van Dijk, chances are he'll not be going to Leicester, which I think is a typo, and it's probably meant to say Liverpool. Good on you. Good on you, Guardian. So it's Lascelles or Tarkowski for Liverpool then. It's Liverpool mentioned in a thing. I thought it was worth it. We did a discussion on Harry Maguire on one of the shows this week. I think it was the podcast. We've done a lot of transfer talk this week, Reds, on a lot of different pieces. Loads of people after his performance for England saying should Liverpool be taking a look. We've seen Man City being linked with him. I'm not a massive fan, if I'm honest, and I don't think he has the attributes to necessarily be a perfect Van Dijk partner, which is what Liverpool are in the market for. But then again, I honestly don't know enough about Lascelles or Tarkowski either way to say whether they would be. If you do and you've watched more of them, which of those three names do you think skill set better complements Van Dijk? And for me, that skill set is having pace, good recovery skills, but being one of those guys who throws his body on the line. The Stefan Oncho, Jamie Carragher mould, as opposed to the Alan Hansen, Sammy Hyypiä, Virgil van Dijk mould. Let me know in the comments below. I'm going to come to them in a moment or two. Moving on then, Lorenzo Insigne. This comes from Team Talk. I like Team Talk. I've read Team Talk for many, many years. I wouldn't be taking too much from this, but let's dive into it. Apparently, Klopp's made a €60 million Napoli star his #1 target after his failed Fekir swoop. Reportedly, he's after Lorenzo Insigne. This is according to, and just clarify this, Transfer Market Web. Go ahead. The 27-year-old Italy international spent his entire career in Naples, scored 14 goals in 48 games. What is going on? Is everyone pissed watching the World Cup at the moment, typing these up? In all competitions last season, but he's being tipped to quit Serie A giants. Goes on to state his versatility is a major factor behind Klopp. And he goes on to say, he signed a new contract. Indeed, Insigne rejected the Reds last year when he signed a new Napoli contract. Did he? Did he reject them by proxy in that he rejected every club by signing this new deal, or was he directly? I'm not so sure on that. But he basically talks about how much he loves playing for Napoli, and that's always a thing. We saw Fekir doing a very similar thing, actually, didn't we, about Leon a couple of months ago. I think there might still be legs in the Fekir stuff. I know I've been on this show before in recent weeks and said, look, don't worry about it, it's completely dead and buried. From having spoken to Dave Maddock, look, he didn't like pin me to the wall and say, Paul, we've got to talk about Fekir. It's good at. He didn't say that at all. No, but he seems to think that there might yet be something. Obviously, we saw Fekir's agent come out earlier on in the week and suggested that the deal's not dead yet. So yeah, maybe that'll be that. The Insigne thing and the Harry Maguire thing feel very much like institutions, like the Guardian and Team Talk, and sorry, what was he called? Transfer Market Web. Just trying to cash in on Liverpool's fervent fever for transfer news. While I think I'm going to tell you this, I need to prepare this stuff better. Let's quickly pop over to the Redmen website because we've got exclusive content on there that you need to get involved with. I did a Skype with Leanne Prescott, people know as LFC Leanne from Twitter, talking about the players who've got a real fight on the hands. She did a great article for Anfield Index. We did it in podcast form and more as well. Talking about the likes of Lallana, Klein. We didn't mention Clavan, even though he's in the thumbnail. But good to see. Good to see him anyway. We love a bit of Ragnar, don't we? We did talk about the likes of Divock Origi, etc. But I also had Goal.com's Neil Jones in earlier in the week as well. Video and podcast for you, where again we talk about the striking options. He sat down with Rhian Brewster, got a real measure of the young man who looks like he's going to be part of Liverpool's first team this season and what that means for the other strikers that Liverpool have at the football club, who's likely to go, who's likely to stay, who's going to go on loan as well. Really, really interesting stuff. So again, if you want to get more inside info and more inside chat and in-depth chat, than just me talking to you via a live stream in this, please do go over to redmentv.com and sign up. Some belter stuff on there at the moment, written stuff as well. It's free for the first month, so if you want to go and try that out, get a feel for it, and then if you're not down with it, by all means move on. But if you are down with it and you're subscribed and you're loving it, let us know in the comments of the stream right now. Let people know you're getting on with it. I'm going to move on to your comments of everything we've discussed so far. We've had some interesting one shout, Johnny Walker, long time viewer, nice to see you, Johnny. He mentioned Senegal's Koulibaly. Yes, I keep going on about this. There's not many world-class defenders out there. It feels like there is because they're all at the World Cup, but there's not many that I look at the players that Liverpool have been linked with in the last few years or what have you. You know, we were linked with Michael Keane, we've been linked with Harry Maguire, we've been linked with Stefan de Vrij, plenty of these guys, and they're all fine. But here's the thing, Dejan Lovren's fine, and in fact he's better than fine, he's pretty good, isn't he? Matip's fine, Virgin on good, Clavan's fine, they're all sound, and you've got young Joe Gomez as well, who could potentially be very, very good, and obviously you've got Virgil van Dijk, who's class. You need to get someone who's just absolutely amazing, I think, if you want to improve, because we've got plenty of sound defenders. Kalidou Koulibaly is that man. I would do, you know, we were dead set that we needed to get an amazing centre half, and we had whatever money to spend. That's who I would go and get for that role. So yeah, thanks very much for the comment. Si, what have you got for us?
We've just got one in then from Paddy Walker saying Maguire is overrated because he's English. Jerome Boateng or Jonathan Tah is who we should be going for.
Jonathan Tah's one. I've not heard his name now for at least 12 months, just in general, you know, not even specifically linked with Liverpool. You know, again, a year or so ago, he looked like the absolute perfect fit for what we do. But the question is, and for both of these guys, to be perfectly honest, are Boateng and Tah not just Virgil van Dijk in slightly different shapes? You know, are they not those type of centre half? Now I do remember John Boateng clearing up one off the line. Was it in the last World Cup or was it in the Euros? But you know, they feel more like commanding centre halves to me, and I don't think we've got space for two commanding centre halves, unfortunately, in the squad. I think we need someone who does all the dirty work, someone who just loves getting hurt and throwing the bollocks in front of the football to stop it going in. But, you know, ultimately, Liverpool squad wouldn't be worse for having either of those guys in. So, yeah, decent suggestions.
We just had a lovely comment from Finn Bailey, who said, I switched my LFC TV subscription to Redmen TV subscription. It's £4 cheaper and 10 times better.
Oh, brilliant. Get him a subscription free for the month. No, thank you very much for that wonderful comment, mate. Much appreciated. Yeah.
Marcus Francis says on Harry Maguire, would he be happy being fourth choice centre-back? If so, then sound.
Yeah, and the thing, we're not buying the money he's going to cost. Liverpool don't need a fourth choice centre half. Liverpool need a first choice centre half. So if we're going to go into the market, we've got plenty of players with the potential to be a fourth choice centre half for Liverpool. I think, you know, at the minute, the pecking order is Van Dijk, Lovren, and then take your pick from Matip, Klavan and Gomez. Matip, I think, would be favoured by the manager. He clearly likes Klavan, but he's left-footed, so it necessitates switching things around in the back, which is awkward. And then you got Gomez, who's untested. This is the point about the Harry Maguire stuff. If he's not good enough to come in and put Lovren under loads of pressure for that role, save the money and promote someone from inside instead.
On to Insigne. Mosi S says, I would love us to sign Insigne. He's a carbon copy of Coutinho.
Yeah, my only issue is just about his age, and like 27 is absolutely banging the prime. And depending on the price, if you're talking 56, I know we're talking the similar price for Fekir, and he's only like a year younger. So maybe it's stupid now. Maybe I'll retract that, but I don't know. I'm always concerned about buying players from Italy unless they've got ludicrous pace and experience of playing elsewhere. So like Mo Salah, I think, is very much the exception rather than the rule when it comes to buying players from Italy. You often see them struggle to adapt because the pace of the game so much faster. And we've seen world-class players, genuinely world-class players, completely flop when they've gone over to the Premier League. So I don't know, but again, he's one of those that everyone's been going mad for a long time. He is top quality. If you want him and you want to give me some reasons why you think he would be a perfect fit and what he would bring, what position he'd likely play for Liverpool, do let me know in the comments. One more comment though, please.
So Matthew Quigley says, Emre Can already playing the part. He wanted to be an Italian playboy. Thankfully, it's over now.
Yeah, look, farewell and bon voyage to Emre Can. I don't think anyone could argue that he had some great performances for Liverpool. He had some less than great performances. We've had him for a fair few years. He's won not on in that time. He wants to go and try his arm, and the big club, on the world stage is interested in him. I can understand why he would be flattered and why he would want to try his hand at that. He's got no affiliations to Liverpool, the city of Liverpool, and whatever. And this will be his fourth club already. It is what it is.
Just the last thing, we've had a few people in the comments. Yesterday, Paul Joyce followed Fekir on Twitter. Make of that what you will.
There you go, confirmed. Fekir to Liverpool, confirmed. Listen, if you want more, as I say, in-depth Liverpool transfer chat and chat in general, we've got you covered on redmentv.com. I'll mention it again because it's worth mentioning. If you enjoy the content that we make for free and the previews and the samples that we give you, there's a one that's up with Neil Jones now. You can get a little sense of that podcast. If you want to go and try it out and see if you enjoy the vibe of it and you want to get more of it, again, do that and then come over and check it out. Get involved with all the free stuff. If you're not asked, try all the free stuff. But if you reach a point and you think, I want a bit more of that, then do it. Take the plunge. As I say, try free for a month. It's going to cost you nothing. And maybe, as I say, it might fit perfectly into your life and you might enjoy it. But listen, again, if you are enjoying it, do keep your comments and your positive thoughts coming in the comments. Let people know how much you are enjoying it, because positive word of mouth is a wonderful thing. Drop a like on this video before you go, and we'll be back as soon as something interesting happens around Liverpool. Mark my words, either here or on the redmentv.com. Cheers.